A sobering statistic. More than 200 children have been shot in Chicago so far this year. For the city's youngest victims, even if their physical wounds heal, they're still dealing with emotional scars and trauma.
In tonight's cover story, Gaynor Hall reconnects with a young survivor for a look at life after gun violence. Gaynor's here with that story.
Yeah, and Micah and Ben, we've been following his story for 5 years after a bullet devastated his family.
Shamari Bynum can fly. On the trampoline in his backyard, one of his favorite places to be.
I used to not like going outside, but now, since I moved here, I made a lot of new friends, and I like to start coming outside now.
The family moved to the south suburbs from Chicago.
That was a good one, Shamari.
His mother, Sheena Godfrey, says they don't spend much time anymore in Roseland, near the home where she grew up.
It's nothing but bad memories. You know, it's not, I don't remember my childhood memories when I think of that house. I remember that event.
That event happened in March 2015, a shooting still unsolved. A mother and her child who were outside the home were injured, and a bullet pierced the front window, passed through Shamari's arm, and killed his great-grandfather while they watched TV.
He died saving Shamari. He died saving him. He did.
Odell Branch was a deacon at his church, married for more than 60 years.
He was a good man.
We first met Shamari and his mother at a vigil after the shooting. We spoke with him again the following year.
I thought I was gonna die.
Through his eyes, a window into the lasting impact of gun violence on Chicago's children.
Everybody just put the guns down and stopped.
Now 11 years old, Shamari is growing up, and his mother thinks often of those who don't get the chance.
It is so heartbreaking. When I read about it, especially about kids, it always takes me back to that day because I always think it could have been me. You know, I could have been a mother with a murdered child. I always think about that, and it really hurts.
Dr. Mashana Smith is a clinical psychologist at Lurie Children's Hospital, specializing in school-based mental health interventions. She says exposure to violence can reshape how children experience the world.
It actually impacts the way in which their brain works, the way in which their brain structures, and the way in which their brain processes information. One way in which it impacts in terms of processing is really beginning to experience the world and perceive the world as being a very dangerous place.
I think Shamari has gotten a lot better with dealing with his trauma, and the only time I see maybe a hurt look on Shamari is when we bring it up. I notice, he'll put his head down a little bit, or, he'll blink his eyes, or he'll turn his head a little bit like.
His mother says Shamari is doing well in school, and he's always willing to help out around the house. He says he doesn't think much about what happened, but he holds on to the special memories of his great-grandfather.
Every time the ice cream truck came, he always gave me $1 to get some ice cream, and then we'll always ride our bikes down the street and then come back, and then we will go to the store together.
Our children are so much more than their trauma.
With safety and support, Dr. Smith says children can and do bounce back.
That is something that we all have to remember, is that these children are incredibly resilient, and there are a lot of external and environmental factors that contribute to that resilience. So the more that we can put ourselves, our schools, and other institutions and systems behind that support, we can look at children who can thrive despite their experience of trauma.
I know Shamari's going to be great.
No one's been charged in the case. Sheena Godfrey says she would just like to know whoever did it at least felt some remorse. And Dr. Smith says a trauma-focused approach to helping young people is a key part of breaking this cycle of violence.
Yeah.
Ben and
Great
Micah.
insight into how the victim feels. We don't get that a lot.
And we will continue to stick with this family and follow his story
You
as
have been for
Shamari
5
grows up.
years.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaynor.